to the world of Fandom Fights. I'm your host, the King, Kaleb Koho, for the matchup that you have been waiting to see, the Red Ranger, the Showman, who's going to be playing Dominic Rizzi in a number one contenders match. It's going to be a good one. And here joining at the desk for the first time in Fandom Fights, the conductor, Cameron Holtzman, my teammate. How you doing, Cam?
I'm doing good. I literally just got home from work, came down here, turned on my laptop, and hopped in the call. So I'm a little tired, but I'm excited to be hosting. I'm ready to go. Yeah.
Absolutely. We've had two. These both competitors have faced once already this year in the tournament. It went well for one of them, and now they're going to be facing each other in a rematch with another high stakes scenario. RJ has been having a really solid season. His only loss coming to Eli tonight, and Eli also having a resurgence since playing for the title to start off his season. Ran through that tournament, fell to Tim, beat Doman to get back here. RJ beating Lucas and Douglas Castle to be here tonight. So it's been a good, hard, long run for both of them. Who's going to earn that number one contenders match? We're going to find out tonight. And I think it's time to hear what these two have to say right now in promos.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, the Red Ranger, just off a long shift at work. I do apologize if I don't seem as energetic as I usually am. Let's be honest, when am I ever energetic? When I have to play these matches that apparently have such high stakes to them. Look, let's be honest. The only reason I'm in this position is because the Fellowship got banned for the year. So I went from like being in the lower of the top 10 to being one of the top 5 competitors after winning a couple of matches. Like I shouldn't be here, but I'm here. However, I'm not going to lie. For once in my entire career, I want this. It's because I've always known that I'm a little bit better at fandom than I am at just straight geek. And I kind of feel like maybe I do sometimes belong here. And when it comes to this match, I got Eli on the other side. Yes, Eli has beat me here before. So I have no, delusions of grandeur that I'm going to be able to just beat him no problem. But I have nothing to lose in this scenario. Like, Eli may say he has nothing to lose, but he wants this way more than I do. I could care less if I win, because if I lose, I've actually won enough to where I'm not going to be 50-50 anymore, so I still technically have a winning record. So I literally have nothing to lose in this scenario. So I'm going to do what I always do. I'm going to answer as many questions as I can correct, learn what I can from the wrong answers, and do the best I can. But, Eli, just a fair warning. Ask Nico, ask Caleb, ask Jeremy, ask Sandy, ask Nazario. When I want something, it's a little bit different when you play me.
My first match this season was against the Hobbit Robert Parker, and it was for the title. And it was because I cashed in my Multiplex gauntlet victory. Now, was it smart that I did it then? At the time, I thought it was, because he had just played a match. And in my brain, I was thinking, maybe he's a little tired. Maybe I'll be able to get an advantage. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. I was unable to get that advantage. And you know what else happened? I became determined. And I became a little crazy. And when I hit that tournament, I made sure that I could go through that tournament and fight harder than I've ever played before. And then I got up to Tim. And when I lost to Tim, something snapped in my brain that made me go, hey, stop being a little crazy. Straighten yourself up. Focus. That rage, that energy, that craziness inside of myself. Focus it into a victory. Focus it into an actual another shot for the title. And you know what? That's what I have been doing. I went up against Doman, and I made sure to prove to him that I could win, because he gave me a category that he didn't think I was very strong in Star Trek. And you know what happened? I proved to him that I was studying, because that's what I am. I study. And I've been making sure that I've been studying harder and harder and harder so I can get to another title shot. And RJ, you may want this title shot. You may want to go up against Dominic Rizzi and become the number one contender. Well, guess what? I want it more than you. You think that you have nothing to lose? That can be true. And you can keep on thinking to yourself that. And you said it yourself. I do have something to lose. And because I have something to lose, I'm going to make sure that I keep that something. Because I have wanted another title shot against Robert Parker for a long, long time. And now, because Kaleb Boatman, that little king himself, banned all those members of the Fellowship, I have a shot. Do I think what he did was right? No, I do not think it was right. But if that's giving me another title opportunity to have another title shot, then I'm going to take it. So, RJ, you can go around saying you have nothing to lose, saying that you want this more than I do. Well, guess what? You don't want it more than I do. I want this more than you because I am more determined than you, I am more focused than you, and I am going to get this shot to go up against Dominic Rizzi. When I go up against Dominic Rizzi, I'm going to show everyone how focused I am. So you better watch out, RJ.
All right. I heard the word determined and the phrase "I want it more" a lot from both of them, which sounds a lot like "know you" on the playground. But hey, both these guys want it and have glasses, and apparently my name is Boatman. Yeah, that's what I learned. What are your thoughts on promos before we get into the match?
Yeah, both of these guys seem like they want it. They definitely seem to have different sort of vibes going into this match. They're both determined. They both want it. Eli seems like he's out for blood. RJ seems like he's out to prove everyone wrong for doubting him. And it's going to be interesting to see how those two desires clash in this match.
Absolutely, but we'll go ahead, we'll bring in the competitors, and we will get right into round number 1, which works like this. You're going to get 10 questions worth 1 point apiece from 10 different areas within the realm of fandom fight. Should you get all 10 questions correct, you'll be issued a bonus question. You have 3 repeats for the entirety of the match and a challenge rule. Any questions as we get into round number 1?
No questions. I just want to point out to everyone who's confused, I said that Eli wants it more. I still know he wants it more than me. I'm just clearing that up. I don't want it more than him. I don't. I just want it more than I usually want things. Just clearing that up.
He just wants this win more than the Power Rangers toy that cost me my win against him. All right.
There you go.
Your first question comes in the category of Fast and Furious. In which Fast film will you find Deckard Shaw as the main villain? What do you think about these fast films?
I think they're very fast and just a little too furious.
Too furious for your take? I think they're just enough furious. Maybe they are too fast and too furious. Who knows? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Eli.
Furious 7.
That is correct. And RJ.
Furious 7.
That is correct. Both are on the board as we get into your next question.
All right. Your second question comes in the category of Rocky. In Rocky 3, who trains Rocky for his second fight with Clubber Lang? Those Rocky films. Oh boy, I love all of them because I've seen them all for sure.
Because they're very thought-provoking dramas. 5.
You betcha.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with RJ.
Apollo Creed.
That is correct. And Eli.
Apollo Creed.
That is correct. Both perfect here, too. Your third question is in the category of Star Trek. In Star Trek Nemesis, which crew member sacrifices themselves at the end of the film?
My friend actually met the performer who plays this character at a Comic-Con in our city last year, and she absolutely freaked out.
Well, that's really cool. I mean, Ryan Permerson would love meeting people at conventions. That's his thing, right? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Eli.
Data.
That is correct. And RJ.
100% guess. Data.
And he got it. Got the guess. The Makuga magic.
All right. Your next question is in the category of Disney animation. In what Disney animated film will you find a villain named Ratcliffe?
Both looking a little puzzled.
Oh my god.
Thinking about it.
Oh.
Internalizing.
Never mind.
Eating their
This
thoughts.
movie sure does have events that happen in it, and those may or may not be interesting to watch. Am I right? Vague commentary.
Absolute vague commentary for the win. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with RJ.
I would have been so pissed if I would have forgot this. He has one of my favorite villain songs. It's Pocahontas.
That is correct. And Eli.
Pocahontas.
That is correct. You heard it here first. Savages, one of RJ's favorite villains.
It actually wasn't Savages. It's mine. Mine is one of my favorite villain songs.
I figured. All right, your fifth question is the category of scores and soundtracks. What song does Baby Groot dance to at the start of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2? Both these guys perfect through 4 so far. It's very
I saw
even.
this movie in the theater 3 times.
I saw this movie in the theaters twice. I think I've seen it more on DVD than I did in the theaters. I liked it more on DVD.
I saw it opening night, and then I got to see it for free twice, so I figured, yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not? Do you like it more each time? 5, 4,
The same.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with Eli.
I didn't get it.
And RJ.
Mr. Blue Sky?
That is correct, and RJ takes a 1-point lead.
All right, your next question is in the category of Disney live action. Queen of Katwe revolves around what board game?
I'll be honest with you. Until Tim said the name of this movie, didn't know what it was.
This movie is great. I have played this game upwards of -1 times, no more than infinity times.
5.
I heard
Repeat. I said repeat.
Yeah, he said repeat.
Okay, all right. You got your repeat in there.
Will do. Queen of Katwe revolves around what board game? I do not want to give too much away about this film, but I actually quite enjoyed it.
Do you enjoy it as much as Baby Driver?
No. What kind of ridiculous question is that, Koho?
What kind of a ridiculous question would that be? Baby Driver is the best movie to exist. 5, 4,
Second,
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with RJ.
Chess.
That is correct. And Eli.
Chess.
That is correct for a point. All right, and your 7th question comes in the category of Studio Ghibli. In what Studio Ghibli film will you find Tanuki, whose forest home is endangered by urban development?
Just to correct you there, it's Tanuki.
Tanuki. Listen, words are hard, especially at this late at night when I can't read. I'm illiterate and I can't do math. This is the perfect job for me. 5.
At least you
4,
pronounced Ghibli right.
2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Eli.
I said Princess Mononoke.
That is incorrect. And RJ.
I'm pretty sure this is wrong. I went with My Neighbor Totoro.
It's also incorrect. Looking for Pompoko. Pompoko.
Oh my God.
So no perfect rounds here today. Let's move into the 8th question.
And going into a category that I have definitely seen film in it, Jurassic Park. In Jurassic Park, where do Alan and the kids sleep for the night after escaping the T-Rex? Oh boy, I sure have seen this movie.
How specific?
There is a answer. There's a sort of a general sort of answer. Like, I'm not going to be like,
Okay.
I'm not going to be brutal. Yeah. All right,
Gotcha.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with RJ.
I said in a tree.
That is correct. And Eli.
Okay.
I said the top of the tree.
That is correct. All we were looking for was a tree.
Oh.
So both got it. All right. Your penultimate question comes in the category of Middle Earth. What is the name of the book that Bilbo is writing in the Fellowship of the Ring? I definitely know everything about this category.
Absolutely. You've seen all one of the films in this category. We all know this is the rare film category that includes one movie and one movie only.
Absolutely. It's only one movie, and it's called The Hobbit: An Unexpected Journey. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with Eli.
Yeah, I'm going to be upset if I got this wrong. I said An Unexpected Journey, A Hobbit's Tale.
That is incorrect. And RJ.
There and Back Again.
That is correct for a point. There and back again. All right.
Question.
RJ holding it.
This is legitimately not a challenge, but this is just a question. Isn't it also called, like, There and Back Again, A Hobbit's Tale by Bilbo Baggins?
The thing we have is There and Back Again, and then in parentheses as extra is A Hobbit's Tale by Bilbo.
Yeah, A Hobbit's Tale is the subtitle of the book.
The subtitle of the book. We were only
okay, I was just making sure. That wasn't a challenge. That was just me asking.
No, you're good. All right, so RJ holds the lead 8-6 as we get to the last question, Cam.
And your final question in the category of DreamWorks. In Flushed Away, who voices Rita?
Oh my god!
I love this film.
This is not my favorite. This is not my favorite DreamWorks film to have the voice of Hugh Jackman in it.
I know your love of the other one, but I like this one.
You can name the other one. We can say Rise of the Guardians. The
that is true.
Name the other Hugh Jackman DreamWorks.
5, 4, 3, 2. We don't say that name here. 1. Pens down. You will start with RJ.
I haven't seen that movie in years. I just guess Emma Thompson. I know it's wrong.
That is incorrect. And Eli.
Kate Winslet?
It is Kate Winslet for a point. A big point for Eli. Closing the gap to 8-7 as we get to round number 2, which works like this. I'm going to bring up the lovely wheel from wheelside.com. If you like the category you land on, you are going to get 5 questions worth 2 points apiece. You can opt to multiple choice, but being worth 1. You can spin again, but you're stuck with whatever you land on the second time. Any questions as we get into round number 2?
Nope.
All right, your categories on the wheel tonight are James Bond, Marvel, DreamWorks, Disney Animation, Star Trek, Disney Live Action, Wizarding World, and Fandom quotes, as well as spinners and opponent's choice. RJ, you are in the lead. Would you like to go first or defer to Eli?
Yeah, I don't care if he gets his strengths. Let him go first. I don't care.
All right, so Eli, your spin is away and lands on the category of Marvel. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
I'll keep it.
All right, gonna keep it. I will be proctoring the round 2 questions tonight, and you chose Marvel. So your first question in round 2 category, Marvel. Who directed X-Men Origins Wolverine?
Gavin Hood.
That is correct for 2 points. Your second question. In Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, who voices the Kingpin?
Liev Schreiber.
That is correct for 2 points. Your third
question.
question.
That's funny.
In X-Men Origins Wolverine.
He is also in the previously mentioned movie. Your third question. In Kick-Ass, what is the full name of the crime boss who Big Daddy and Hit Girl are after?
Multiple choice.
Your options are A, Chris D'Amico, B, Dave Lazuski, C, Large Riley, or D, Frank D'Amico.
Frank D'Amico.
That is correct for 1 point.
I'll be honest, I didn't know how to pronounce his last name. That's why I said multiple choice.
Your penultimate question in Marvel. Who plays Domino in Deadpool 2?
Zazie Beetz.
That is correct for 2 points. And your last question in Marvel. What is the name of the pizzeria that Peter got a job with after getting fired from the Daily Bugle in Spider-Man 2?
Multiple choice.
All right, your options are A, Joe's Pizza, B, King's Pizza, C, NYC Pizzeria, or D, Pizza Hut.
NYC Pizzeria.
That is incorrect, RJ. The chance for a 1 point steal.
Joe's Pizza?
That is correct for a big point. All right, so after Eli's turn...
I just have the Spider-Man 2 pizza theme stuck in my head from the video game.
LOL. All right, so after that, Eli gets himself into the lead at 14, but that steal keeps RJ close with 9. As we bring back the wheel, RJ, your spin is away, and it lands on the category of Fandom quotes. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
Yeah, let's just spin again. Screw it.
All right, you are stuck with the category of Disney animation.
Okay, it was worth it. Not bad.
Very close to Star Trek.
I don't know if I'd say he stuck with that. I would say he got that and he's happy with it.
Absolutely. All right, your first question in the round 2 category of Disney animation. What is the 5th film from Disney Animation to be directed by Ron Clements and John Musker?
Multiple choice.
Your options are A, Hercules, B, Treasure Planet, C, The Princess and the Frog, or D, Moana.
Princess and the Frog?
That is incorrect. Eli, the chance for a 1-point steal.
Moana?
That is also incorrect. Looking for Treasure Planet. Treasure Planet.
That was my next guess. Damn it.
All right. Your second question in Disney Animation. What is the name of the assistant mayor and true villain in Zootopia?
Full name?
No, just the last name.
Bellwether.
That is correct for 2 points. All right. Your third question in Disney Animation. Who voices Kristoff in Frozen?
Oh, damn. Multiple choice. I never remember their voice actors.
Is it A, Josh Gad, B, Jonathan Groff, C, Alan Tudyk, or D, Santino Fontana?
B?
That is correct for 1 point.
Yeah, I knew the Santino guy was. I could remember Hans.
Your penultimate question in Disney Animation. Where do Simba and Nala say they're going when they sneak off to the elephant graveyard in The Lion King?
The watering hole.
That is correct for 2 points. And your final question in round 2 to take back the lead. What is the name of the story that Tweedledee and Tweedledum tell to Alice in Wonderland?
The Walrus and the Butcher?
That is incorrect. Eli, the chance for a 2-point steal.
The Walrus and the Carpenter.
That is correct for a 2-point steal.
I couldn't remember what he was. Damn, I couldn't remember what he was.
Big 2-point steal swings that in Eli's favor, 16-14, coming out of round number 2. But anything can happen as we get to round number 3, which is the betting round. It works like this. We're going to give you the category. You are going to tell us how many points you'd like to bet between 0 and 2 points. If we get the question right, you will gain those points. If you get the question wrong, you will lose those points. We go until someone is mathematically eliminated or the score reaches 0. Any questions as we get into round number 3?
Nope.
All right, then your first question that you can bet points on this round is Rocky. How many points would you like to bet on Rocky? This has been a great match so far, Kim.
It definitely has. It's a good scoring match, and it can only get. I was going to say it can only get better, but the entire idea behind this round is you can lose points. So I'm very wrong in that statement.
That's true. All right, we'll get bets this round, starting with Eli.
1.
All right, and RJ.
I will also bet 1.
All right, your question in Rocky. In Creed 2, where does Rocky... I just butchered that in my brain. I think I said Wacky. All right. In Creed 2, where does Rocky watch Donnie's first fight with Victor Drago from? This is an excellent film.
I mean, there's a poster for it behind you on the wall, so assumedly you enjoy the film. Or you hate it so much that you need something to get you angry in the morning to get you out of
bed. We will start with Eli.
I said his restaurant, Adrian's.
Is correct.
I also guessed his restaurant. I need to put Adrian's.
17-15.
Okay.
Nope, restaurant was fine. We just had his restaurant. So same thing as there and back again. So still a 2-point game in favor of Eli, 17-15. What is their next category, Cam?
Your next category is Studio Ghibli.
How many points was I to bet on Studio Ghibli?
Ghibli. Of course, named after Bruce Lee's less famous younger brother, Jib.
Absolutely famous person. 5, 4.
I got the joke.
1. All right, we'll get bets starting with RJ.
No, I'm gonna risk it this time. I'm gonna bet 2.
All right, and Eli.
We're definitely not risking it. 0.
All right, RJ now with a chance to tie. Go ahead and hit him with that question.
All right. What Studio Ghibli film boasts the voice talents of Dave Chase, Michael Chiklis, and John Ratzenberger? Oh boy, whoever wrote these questions spelled Ratzenberger wrong.
Well, considering Tim kind of took over a certain style of Ghibli question, I would assume this is him. Could be Cain, but Cain usually hates when we do data. So.
Fair enough. But whoever wrote this spelled Ratzenberger like the food burger.
Repeat the question.
All right, that is RJ's first repeat.
What Studio Ghibli film boasts the voice talents of Dave Chase, Michael Chiklis, and John Ratzenberger? I like Ghibli.
There's a lot of good movies in here.
Yeah. What's your favorite Ghibli movie, Koho?
2. 1, for fear of giving it away, I'm not going to say anything. Pens down, we will start with RJ.
I said Spirited Away.
That is correct for 2 points.
No! Freaking what?
And Eli, did you have anything for stats?
You know what sucks? The moment you said Michael Chiklis, I knew the answer because it's Spirited Away.
Absolutely. All right. RJ tying the game with a...
Who was Michael Chiklis? If you knew the
He
answer,
played the dad.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Oh my god!
And for those wondering, Dave Chase is also the voice of
Donnie Darko.
Stitch.
Oh,
Donnie Darko. Also,
that is also true.
Just giving a fact out. All right,
man. Why didn't you get it wrong? It makes me happy.
We are all tied up at 17 as we get to the third question of the round, which is in the category of DC. How many points would you like to bet on DC?
These are, of course, films based on DC Comics outside of the world of DC/DCU/ whatever they're going to call themselves.
Thank you, Robert Parker. We'll get back.
You're welcome.
3, 2, 1. Bet starting with Eli on this one.
I'm going to go crazy, too.
All right. And RJ?
Not as crazy. 1.
All right. Your question in DC. In Green Lantern, who plays Hector Hammond's father?
I saw this movie on a Saturday morning for free and made my mom take me because I was 11 years old.
I saw this movie. I saw this movie on a Friday.
Koho and Boatman, yeah.
I saw this movie on a Thursday night for free because I made my dad take me, and he loved it. 5.
I don't think I saw this movie.
I think you need a new dad, Caleb.
2, 1. Pens down.
You got to break up.
Boatman would say the same thing. All right, we will go to RJ.
This is about to be a 3-point swing because all I can remember was Tim Robbins in it, but I know he's not his father.
That is correct. And we will go to Eli.
Wait, he was his father?
Tim Robbins.
He was.
That is correct. 2 points. It's only a 1-point game in favor of Eli, 19-18 as we get into the penultimate question of the round. Cam, what's their category?
Your category is Disney, the live action one. Oh.
Disney live action.
Eli, did you hear the category?
Yeah.
Hey.
Lagging a bit.
Yeah, I was just like psyching my.
I know you blacked out for a second, so I was like just making sure.
All right, we will get bets starting with RJ.
I'll risk it again. I'll say 2.
And Eli.
I'm only saying 1.
All right, chance for a tie potentially. If both hit, we are tied and going to the last question. What is their question?
Your question is, in Beauty and the Beast, the live action one, what 2 characters greet Belle as she first enters the castle? Koho, you and I have very different opinions on this film.
Do we? Do we really?
Don't you?
It's fine.
I thoroughly dislike it. That being said.
Oh, well, then we do have different opinions. I think there are aspects where the live action enhances the animated. 5.
And I think the animated is genius and should not be messed with.
2, 1. I feel the same way about Lion King. Pens down. We will start with Eli.
I'm actually looking forward to seeing if I lose 1 point because I said Cogsworth and Linear.
And RJ.
I could remember the live action, so I went with who it was in the Disney, Lumiere and Cogsworth.
We are tied at 20. Both hit going into the last question. Lumiere and Cogsworth is correct. 20-20, Cam, as we get to the last question. Your category is Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park. How many points would you like to bet on Jurassic Park?
Boy, oh boy, those parks sure are Jurassic.
This is intense. We are literally recording intense. That's how intense this is. We'll get bet starting with Eli on this one.
I said 1.
All right, and RJ.
This is exactly how I want to lose it, came down to it, because I bet 2.
All right, so if RJ hits, he wins. If RJ misses, he loses. Your question in Jurassic Park. Name both films in the Jurassic Park franchise in which Ellie Sattler makes a physical appearance.
I sure have seen all of the Jurassic Park film.
All the Jurassic. Have you seen Battle at Big Rock?
No, I've only seen the first Jurassic Park movie, dude.
It might be the best Jurassic Park movie since Jurassic Park. We'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Eli.
Can you go to RJ first, please?
Okay, fine. RJ.
I hope I'm remembering the character right. I said Jurassic Park and Jurassic Park 3.
And Eli.
I wanted him to go first so I could say congratulations, Jurassic Park and Jurassic Park 3.
And your winner, the Red Ranger, RJ. The answer was Jurassic Park and Jurassic Park 3. Cam, what a match.
That was insane. That went right down to the last question. They were tied going into it, and it all just came down to that final bet. And, like, there's truly no better way that could end except for going, like, 10 questions deep into sudden death and just seeing how it goes. Like, both of these guys have nothing to hang their heads about. They both played great games, and they absolutely proved why they're up here in the rankings.
Absolutely. These guys have played twice this season. It's gone differently both times. This shows how evenly matched these two are. And let's be real, as much as RJ says he's the bar in the leagues, he is now 7-3. So let's calm down with the all 500 player thing. That's insane. And he's now playing in a #1 contenders fandom singles match. We'll go ahead and we will go into post-match interviews with our winner today, the Red Ranger, RJ. You have gotten somewhere that last season you said would never happen. How do you feel?
Like a liar. I mean, oh my God. And I'm not going to lie. I almost bet 1. I really did. I almost bet 1 on that because it was Jurassic Park. I was like, if this is about Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom, I'm so screwed because I've only seen it once. And like I said, Ellie, I'm not going to lie. I couldn't remember if that was Laura Dern's name or the name of the kid. I really couldn't remember. That's why I was like, holy crap.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But hey, a perfect round 3, 8 questions right in round 1. A few slip-ups there in Disney animation, but those weren't the easiest Disney animations. You still did really well in them. How do you feel overall about your game tonight?
I'm just amazed at those pools. I think you are correct in saying I'm one of the luckiest son of bitches in this league because the only reason I had a perfect round 3 was because of pure luck. I almost put House Moving Castle instead of Spirited Away, and I changed it at the last second. I could have bet 1 in Jurassic Park, but I bet 2. Eli could have bet 2 on any of the ones he bet 1, or he bet 0 that one time that let me catch up the first time. It's I can't breathe.
I think everyone here can't breathe after today. Wow. You have now pulled off, rankings-wise, the upset to get here. Now you face Dominic Rizzi, someone you've played in the Geek Realms before, in a #1 contenders match in Fandom. How do you feel playing him for the first time in the Fandom ring?
Kind of like how I feel against everybody else. Yes, Dominic and I played before in Geek, and yes, he beat me handsomely. But Fandom is a different monster. There's a lot more categories you can get with a lot more different movies and a lot deeper cuts. And I honestly feel that this is the balancing act. This balances out him and me. I think, don't get me wrong. Dominic watches way more movies than I do. Dominic studies way more than I do. Let me tell everybody right now. I'm sorry if this is going to piss everybody off. I need you all to understand something. I don't study for shit. I don't prepare for a match. I don't rewatch movies like just in case. No. I don't study. I don't prepare. It is luck and what's off the top of my head. That being said, back to that. I think Fandom is the balancing act that I need to take on someone like Dominic. Even if I can't beat him, it will be a good match like it was here with Eli. And like I said, it's a little different from me when I want it, and now I want it.
Absolutely. You want it. It's scary, and and you say you don't study, and damn. If you don't study, that's freaking scary that your base knowledge is that strong. So congratulations on your win. We will see you in the #1 contenders match, sir. And we will go over to our unfortunate loser today, Eli the Showman McCaig. You put up the same accuracy as RJ throughout the match, one less in round 1, one more in round 2, and a perfect round 3 as well. Do you think maybe you should have bet some more points in round 3? Anything you would have changed in order to potentially change the outcome?
Well, legitimately, when it came to the last question, I was in the same thought process as RJ, except I went the other way. I was thinking about betting 2, but instead I bet 1 because I didn't know what the question was going to be. So it's one of those, again, it's just one of those, you never know what the question might be. So you try to bet smart, you try to bet the best way you can. And yeah, that's just what happened. I bet what I thought was smart, and he bet what he thought was smart, and that's the answer is what happened. And we both got it right. And I'll be honest, though I've been frustrated at my other losses, like my loss against Robert, I was frustrated that I couldn't push him further. I was frustrated at my loss at Tim because it was a stupid mistake. This time, there weren't any stupid mistakes that I made that I feel were stupid mistakes. But it was a hard fought match. We both fought a great match. And then again, when I look at Studio Ghibli, I don't know Studio Ghibli. That's a weakness of mine. I've admitted that. So me betting 0 is very much, this is a smart play for me. Bet 0. And then when I heard the question, all I was thinking was, you got to be kidding me. The one time I know a Studio Ghibli answer is right here. So yeah, I think I bet smart. I bet the best way I could. So I'm proud that I lost in this sort of manner instead of just a easy manner, like a big deficit manner. But again, maybe I can come back next season because I don't know. You and Tim probably know this better than I do. I think my season's over after this match.
Yeah, this does put an end to your season, ending at 7-6 on the season. But you will be back. Not sure when, not sure against who. Maybe it won't be until the tournament. Maybe it'll be a play-in match to get a special seeding in the tournament. Who knows? But this does put the brakes on your singles career for this season. Is there anyone you're interested in playing? I mean, you have a very high inflated record on both sides. Is there anyone you've wanted to play that you think you could play?
It's funny because Dominic would go on that list because I've never played Dom. It's funny whenever I look at the roster and I look at who, Eli, who do you want to play? It's well, when you look at the roster, I've played about everyone. You can look at it and it's Eli's played him, Eli's played that person, Eli's played her. It's the roster is just because of my inflated record, because of the beginning of it, it's very much who has Eli not played? That's the true question. And it gets to, maybe the rookie, like Maggie Brzakala, I'd love to play her because she's just someone that you bet, but I'd love to play her. Dominic, I'd love to play him. I'd love to play you. I'd love to do another one-on-one with you.
The rematch.
I mean, let's face it, the first time we played each other, that was a different version of Eli, and that was a different version of Kaleb. Let's see what happens when modern version of Kaleb and Eli go up against each other.
That's true. To capitalize on that, I gave you James Bond on opponent's choice the first time we played and squeaked by 1 point. I don't think this Kaleb would do that again, but I would love to see us play again a rematch down the line. Maybe we'll see if we can set that up. But I will send it back to Cam at the desk with me. Incredible match. Any final thoughts you want to give before we get out of here?
I think I kind of said everything right when the match was over. This was a great match. Both competitors should be really proud of what they managed to do today, and going forwards, regardless of whether you're looking at RJ or you're looking at Eli, whoever's going up against them next should be intimidated.
Absolutely. As Rizzi's manager, I'm going to be honest, I'm scared of RJ. I am scared of RJ's luck. And the RJ I saw today is not the RJ that I saw when he played Malcolm at the beginning of the season. So this is going to be a very scary match, and I'm excited to manage it and see how our strategy as the Kingdom goes when we play the wild card that is RJ. But that's going to do it for us. That has been RJ. That has been Eli. That has been Cam. I am Kaleb, and this has been Fandom Fight Singles, and we'll see you guys real soon with another great match.